this might be the best action camera that you could get for motovlogging, the DJI Action 4. Let's talk about it. Let's go. What up, y'all? It's Tyson Terry Wolf, and I'm back for another video. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Remember to be thankful for your freaking life today, because you did not have to have it. I have no clue why it's so warm outside today. It's like 65. Yesterday it was freezing. Tomorrow it's going to be freezing. But I'm out here taking advantage. I'm on Xena, Warrior Princess. She's right over there. I'll put a little overlay on the screen. I'm up here at Squire's Castle. But anyways, I've tested out a lot of action cameras over the last, 12 or 13 months or so. And I really believe for motovlogging that the Action 4 is the best value out there, okay? Now, I'm not putting down any other action camera out there. By the way, this video is not sponsored, nor did I script this video. I'm just out here enjoying my day, and I figured out, hey, man, let me go film this video real quick, okay? But right now, you can get an Action 4 for $299 to start out. Now, they have like 40,000 different combos. I'm on a website right now. I would probably recommend you get the Adventure combo, because you get a bunch of little neat stuff in the box, especially this battery case right here. Now, this battery case holds 3 batteries, so you get 2 extra batteries, and it's a charging hub, and it can power other devices. If you forget to bring your charger or something, like for your phone or something like that, you can plug it up to this and get the battery juice out of this and charge up your phone with it. And the battery life on the Action 4 is actually crazy, and the batteries charge up so fast. You never get like freaking overheating problems or anything like that that you get with GoPros with the Action 4. But I think this camera is real special for what it offers. It's got a 1/1/3 inch sensor in it. It can shoot 10-bit up to 4K 120 frames a second. It's got dual touch screens on here, and the list goes on and on and on. But before I get into all the nerdy stuff later on in this video, I want to show you the setup first and why I recommend you buy the Adventure combo and not DJI's Motovlogging Kit, because I think you could do it better. Let me show you. All right, so this is my helmet, the Scorpion Evo Covert FX. I love this helmet, okay? And I got a chin mount on here to start with. Now, I know you could get, a bunch of cheap mounts on Amazon, and even the mount that DJI sells with the Motovlogging Kit, don't do those. I know chin mounts are a little bit overpriced, but honestly, it's like nothing to worry about, and they're custom made for whatever helmet that you pick. So I'm not sponsored or endorsed by them, but I've been through a bunch of cheaper mounts, and honestly, none of them are as good as chin mounts. With that being said, you need any little J connector to connect to the chin mount. You can get those on Amazon. And this is the first dope thing about the Action 4. So this plate is magnetic. So I could just take the Action 4 and magnetically attach it right to there, and it clicks right into place. How dope is that? Let me zoom in so you can see it. All right, how dope is that? And when I'm done, I just freaking pop it off of there. And that's it. It also comes, let that bang. Hey, bruh, watch out now. Now, it also comes with this cage, okay? Now, GoPro does have an advantage here where you can film like in a square format, so you can get a 16:9 and a 9:16 image out of the same frame. But if you don't want to go with a GoPro, which I don't recommend, you pop this thing in here, okay? And first of all, it's a cage. All right, open that up, get it in there. Come on, pop in there. Okay, now the good part about this is, just like the Action 4 has the magnetic system on the bottom, you can still access it through here, but it also has it on the side. So you could also mount this vertically if you wanted to get native vertical content with the Action 4. All right, now next thing you want is some freaking ND filters, okay? You want ND filters so that you can control them on a motion blur, which will give you a more natural and cinematic looking image, all right? So I got one of DJI's ND filters right here. You can get, a bunch of them, and they just slide right over the front of it. And this is all I need right here, with the exception to a microphone. So one of the dope things about the Action 4 versus a lot of other action cameras out there is the Action 4 will allow you to customize the amount of gain that the microphone has, which is absolutely necessary for motovlogging, because the bikes are loud, and when you put a lav mic inside of your helmet right next to your mouth, everything becomes blown out, okay? So you gotta have a way that you can adjust it. I have to go like -17 dB with the Action 4, but again, a lot of other action cameras don't have that capability. So to get clean audio, that is a necessity right now. The Action 4 has a USB-C port on the side of it, so you can plug up any USB-C lav mic straight to it and get audio right then and there. The other thing is the Action 4 can link wirelessly with DJI Mic 2, so those are dope. But for my solution, I'm using a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter, and then I have a DJI lav mic running to the inside of the helmet. And this is all you need right here to get your motovlogging going. This little setup, I'm not saying that it's the cheapest setup out there, but this is so versatile, and when I'm done with it, I can just pop this off and then go on about my day. Now, before we move on, I noticed a lot of y'all be coming back watching my videos, but y'all don't be subscribing. What's that all about? Listen, if you're getting value out of this video, you like it so far, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when new videos go up. Let's talk about how to set up the Action 4 to get the best footage out of it. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and set up the Action 4. I'm using 30 frames a second as a base. You could do 24 if you want to. You know, just pick whatever game you in and stick with that side. Anyways, let's go ahead and swipe up from the bottom. Here are all our options. So you got 4K, 16:9, 30, 48 frames a second, 60 frames a second. You can shoot all of those. We're gonna do 4K, 16:9, 30 frames a second right here. Now in the upper right hand corner, you see that button says steady. Let's click on that and we're gonna turn this to rock steady, okay? We don't want it off because we don't want no stabilization. Rock steady gives us a decent amount of stabilization. Then there's rock steady plus and also horizon. We're gonna leave it on rock steady, okay? So now that we got that out the way, let's go into this menu. Let's make sure that this says Pro up here, so that's highlighted in yellow. And we want to set our exposure to M for manual. Now, we want our shutter speed to be as close to double our frame rate as possible, okay? So since I'm shooting 4K 30, I want this to be at 1/160. And it's very finicky, so there you go. And then outside in broad daylight, you should need to shoot anything other than ISO 100. And then let's press confirm. Now, this is gonna be super bright, okay? As you see with my settings, I'm still in the upper left-hand corner at 1.7 stops overexposed. I'm gonna need a darker ND filter, but basically you just use whatever ND filter that gets you close enough to that 180 degree shutter rule. I'll pick another ND filter in a second, and then I'll hit confirm. Now the next thing, we wanna put our color on D-Log M. You can do normal color profile, but D-Log M is gonna give you the best look at footage. Now I also made some custom LUTs for the Osmo Action 4. This will actually handle the D-Log M to Rec 709 conversion for you, plus apply a color grade. You can get those in the description. Trust me, it makes life so much easier, and these LUTs will help you get the best looking cinematic footage out of your action camera. Now the next thing we're gonna do is pick our field of view, so I'm gonna actually hit FOV, and I like to use ultra wide. You could do wide or standard D-Warp. Wide is not, in my opinion, wide enough for the POV bike look, so I like to go with ultra wide so you can see as much as possible. I'll hit confirm. Then the last thing, if we scroll down to our image adjustment, you can actually customize the amount of sharpening and noise reduction. So I like to go -1 on sharpness and -1 on noise reduction, and hit confirm. Now once this is plugged up to a microphone, this tab up here will open up new options, but right now you can see we can go to stereo, we can go to mono, right? And then over here we can turn on wind noise reduction. I leave mine on standard. And now that I have a lav mic connected, you can see I have my gain set to -14 is actually where I use. If you're using the DJI mic too and you connect it wirelessly, you will get some other options on top of that. Now the other dope thing about the Action 4, and it looks weird because I got an ND filter on here, so it's causing, you know, some polarization effects or whatever, but the other thing is I can access the whole screen from the front. So the thing I hate the most about using something like the GoPro is once the camera is mounted, the only way that you could change anything is by flipping it down or taking it off and trying to see what settings you got to work with. Well, on this one, I can leave the camera mounted and I can either have somebody walk up to my face and change it, like if I need to, or I can, you know, just leave it mounted to the helmet, put the helmet down and adjust everything without having to take it off. And the other good thing is once this is on my chin, on the helmet, I'm on a bike, it's not that easy to change settings, but I can connect it to the DJI Mimo app and I can control all of the settings from the Mimo app without having to take the freaking camera off the helmet. But there's one other thing that I'm going to show you once I get the helmet back on. Let's go. All right, so I got my helmet on, which is obviously why you can't hear me as good, and I want to show y'all something. Start recording. So dope. Stop recording. I can't tell you how dope this is. Using other action cameras, I have gotten home and not had any footage, thinking that I was recording when I wasn't, because I didn't press the record button on whatever device I was using hard enough. Being out on the road and not having to take my hands off the controls or my eyes off the road to start and stop recording, and there's other voice commands you can use also, is so freaking dope. Anyways, let's put all of my settings to the test and let's go out and get some footage and you can see if this is the action camera for you. Let's go.
guys that care, this is a 2023 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R 600 class bike. It's technically a 636, so it's kind of like a cheater 600, but and I got an M4 slip-on here. It's a pretty loud bike, and I'm in third gear talking at normal volume. So this is what it sounds like, and this is what it looks like using all of the gear that I mentioned, and also using the settings that I mentioned. I'm gonna get on the freeway also so we can hear it on the freeway. And by the way, I don't do wheelies and all that dumb stuff, man. I want to live, you know what I'm saying? Like, being on the bike is already dangerous enough, so I don't do the crazy stuff. I'm using one of my custom LUTs made specifically for the Action 4. So when you film in D-Log M and you get the footage out the camera, it's gonna look super flat. So you have to convert it to Rec 709 and then color grade it. Well, the LUTs that I made for it handle both in one step. So just make sure after this video, you go grab those. Trust me, you will thank me later. Woo, what a beautiful day it is. Bruh. Should I do it? Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. I just don't like hanging out by cars, man, so I really don't speed that much unless I'm trying to get around cars, or unless I'm just, you know, feeling crazy for the day, which I don't do that too often. Alright, y'all, well, that's the video. I hope it was useful for you. I definitely think you should pick up one of these Action 4s, man, if you into motovlogging. It's such a good blend of like image quality, convenience features, so much in one little package, man. I'll leave links in the description to go ahead and copy one if you want one. That was a nasty bump. And let's go ahead and drop a gear and disappear until next time. It's Tights right there in Warfield. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out. Peace.